And I'm also happy to see, because it's so rare, of like a platform dedicated about women being in the military, because there's so much just sexism and discrimination about that. And um, especially where I live. I live in North Carolina, and it's so bad out here with just comments being made and stuff, and just oblivious, like women thinking women are secretaries and being protected by these big strong men, and that it's all men. So it's just a lot of like backwards thinking. So it's nice because you put a lot of work into this. I mean, you're like interviewing so many people. I don't know how you do. I would have collapsed by now. And I mean, it really helps to bring awareness that like it's a real thing. Women really have been, are in on the military. So I'm glad for that.
Yeah, I think it's learning about the history of women that just keeps me motivated and excited. And then the next generation of women who are looking to join the military and how they use our stories to help them as they make decisions. So then
Mhm.
so I get the motivation on like both the learning aspect and then inspiring the next generation. And I just love getting to meet women veterans. They are amazing. And so it's been really fun.
About again, I will talk about power control and abuse all day, every day. It's about power control and abuse. When you're able to just use one word to shut a conversation down. And that's exactly what that does. That's a power move right there. And people that say it, because there's a lot of, I've heard a lot of men in particular say that, oh, the mission, like for example, recently it made it into one of the probably military times or some news place like that, that the Fort Jackson, South Carolina, I think it was, were doing like a family night to kind of give the drill sergeants a break from their duties and have the children come in, and they had like a family thing set up, and I think like food and toys and different things like that, to give a few hours off a break for the drill sergeants, which makes sense. Also, I'd like to point out, I think their hours were too long and they could mix it up with more people and more shifts. Like it doesn't need to be that long anyways, to give these humans a break that are in charge and stuff. And there were comments online being made like, oh well, and also I don't know if an article mentioned it, but it was basically there were comments being made saying, oh, that shouldn't be allowed because that's interference with the mission, and like that shouldn't be a priority. And it's just like you're dealing with human beings, and I see this a lot, whether you're dealing with corporations in some cases or a federal agency where they don't want to acknowledge that like they're humans, they're not robots, and they need to be treated as such. And that's a big problem.
Yeah. Or the like saying of you're not issued a family, so you don't need one. And it's like, but you're a person, like,
Right.
and as you get older, you're going to fall in love, get married, have kids, have a family. Like, if the military is not accounting for that, then you're going to have a problem because people aren't going to want to stay because
Hmm.
they're going to choose their family over their. I mean, a few people won't. They'll choose their career over their family, but a lot of people want that work life balance in their family. And
Yeah.
yeah,
And
and
they'll
that's
probably
not.
die prematurely because a lot of, I just listened to something last night about people die a number of years earlier on average that have like poor social networks. So like whether it be the isolation, essentially, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's already shown that people that make careers out of the military, full careers, die much earlier than the civilian population, the veteran population as a whole. It kind of shows that, but specifically pronounced if they make a whole 20, 30-year career. And I think it's because of those kinds of issues where it's like their whole life was this one thing, and then they take that away, and then it's like, what now? I think it just like literally kills them. But I
Yeah.
fortunately, when I was in, I didn't hear the military didn't issue a family thing. I heard that was a thing that was said in the past, but the rhetoric had since shifted. I guess they should have shifted to mission.
Yeah, it shifted to mission. Yeah, I've seen that a lot on Twitter lately for some reason, and I
What?
don't know why. Oh, that the military doesn't issue you a family.
Oh, really? I'm not on the Twitter turned X at all. Like, I have
Oh
no
yeah.
presence on there.
So you stayed in, you did a job that wasn't really what you wanted to do. You got married, your
Yeah.
life changed a lot, and then
Mhm.
it was.
I agree with you. And to be clear, I didn't take the job in Albuquerque because my husband was there. I just took because I wanted to go there. And it's the most beautiful state that I have ever lived in. They have the most, I'm an avid cyclist. They have the most gorgeous cycling trails. Just, it's a wonderful place. It's really wonderful. So that part of it was amazing. So I just went there to advance my career and to work with the military community because I thought it would be like a great like track to be on, and it seemed like a great opportunity. He was not
It
there,
doesn't
but
matter, and so
no,
yeah.
no. And my husband explicitly, from I think his HRC, was told by somebody a couple few years ago that they don't care about his wife or his family at all or him, they're going to do whatever they want. And they extended his stay at this undesirable location, and that was into that. And so, yeah, family friendly. And that's why I say, like, I understand that they have like paternity leave now or something, and they've extended some different things, offered some things. That's great for new parents. That's great. However, you know, my experiences, observations, just there are great people in the military. There always have been. I've seen them, I've met them, I know they exist, but that system, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are making changes, but you're right. It's more in that post, you know, like post the babies being home is like the main change that they've done to extend.
That's great. That's really
Yeah.
great.
But then after that, it's like you're on your own, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my husband's been in almost, I guess over 17 years, and we're like counting down to the end of his
Oh my gosh,
career
so we're
because
really similarly positioned then. I did not know
yeah.
your husband was still. I knew that you got married like I did on active duty. I did not know though that because a lot of people get out, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
at 10 years or something. So I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been in just over 17 years, so
Okay.
we're almost there.
Do you have any idea what state you may settle in?
Well, we moved to where we are, and we're not leaving. So
Do you mind telling
we're
me
in
what that is?
We're in California.
Oh, okay, you're in California. Okay, we're clear across the country from each other. So
Yeah.
I'm in North Carolina, and so I just became a resident here, like, and I'm planning on staying. And it's not that I wanted to, honestly, North Carolina. No offense to everyone who listens to this, it's my least favorite state I've ever lived in, honestly. I've got roots here now because of just being here off and on through the years. And it would just not be really great for my well-being to like try to do a total do-over to different states. We kind of already work through those things, and it'd just be a nightmare.
Yeah, we moved last year, and when we were looking, we knew it would be our last assignment, and so we were like, where are we going to go, and where are we staying, where do we want to go? And even though people are like, you want to live in LA? Yes, I want to live in LA, and so
You do?
we live in, we're very happy here. It's the place for us, even though everything's expensive, but we're very happy. So, and there's lots of job opportunities when he gets out, so it's a really good spot.
What kind of work does he want to do when he gets out, or are there opportunities? Like, what do you?
He's in the Space Force, so
Okay.
There's all that space stuff in El Segundo.
Cool.
So, yeah. So
well, that's good. At least you found a place that you're happy with. That's awesome. We're going to be relocating inside of North Carolina to a different location. That's been in the works for a while now. Because I do think I'd be much happier in a couple of different locations. We're looking at right now Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and Jacksonville, North Carolina, right by Camp Lejeune. I actually favor the Camp Lejeune one because I'm just so used to the military. It would be kind of just a natural kind of transition. I've visited out there a lot, and it's nice.
Well, I think it's good to be planning for the future. I just read an article about how you need to start planning for leaving the military 2 to 4 years out, and even then you'll still have things that you don't expect. And I was like, I don't like that part, but I'm sure it's true. But yeah.